Welcome back. A campaign has been launched to bring back District 6. The District 6 Museum wants the suburb of Zonnebloem in Cape Town to resume its original name. The museum says the area is an important part of history and the name District 6 should be reinstated as part of restitution efforts. ENCA's Stefan Goosen is following that story. So tell us a little bit more about the campaign and who you're going to talk to.
Hi, Jeremy. Thank you very much. This is mainly an issue about reclaiming an identity that was taken by the apartheid regime years ago. With me, I have Bonita Bennett. She is the director of the museum, and she's just going to give us an idea exactly where this campaign came from and where it is at the moment. Bonita, hi. Could you just tell us what started this campaign and what does it mean to the residents of Zonnebloem District 6? How does that work out?
Yes, so thank you. So this campaign actually emerged from another one to declare District 6 a national heritage site, and linked to that came the desire of people to have the name District 6 reinstated. So I'm glad you used the word reclaim, because people are very clear, we're not renaming, we are reclaiming the name of District 6. It was not Zonnebloem. And I think for former residents of District 6, they are very, very clear that when their homes were destroyed, when their streets were destroyed, when their lives were ripped apart, the renaming and taking away the name of District 6 and naming it Zonnebloem was an act of oppression and an act of annihilation of their identity. And so that's why it's very important for people to have this area renamed as District 6, not Zonnebloem. And this also links very much to the museum's desire to look at how do you translate the desire of a community and take it through a legislative process. And so we're following the steps in trying to achieve this, because even though people have never called it Zonnebloem really, it's always been District 6 to them, but on the map and on all the official documents it is Zonnebloem. And so then how do you take this desire through all the steps and get to the outcome that people want?
All right, you were mentioning or touching on those steps. Could you just tell us where the process is at the moment? I understand it is a provincial governmental issue. So where are you with that at the moment?
Yes. So there's a provincial geographical and place names commission, council, and we've made the application just over a year ago to them, did the paperwork, filled in the forms, provided the maps and the motivation. And from that, they considered it, invited us to make a face-to-face presentation in February. And this, between February and June 14th, which is when they meet next week, we are required to demonstrate that there has been a process of engagement with people. So hence, we've just kind of doing a final push to hear from people why exactly it's important to them, why it must happen. And we're also calling on all Cape Townians. It's not just the District 6 issue. This is a Cape Town story, and we really want Cape Townians to come to the party, sign the petition, drop off a letter, let us know what you think about it before the 14th of June.
Well, there you go, Jeremy. Definitely not only an issue for District 6s, but also an issue for Cape Townians at large. Very rich history in the area, and to be able to reclaim that name will mean a lot for those people.
What are residents in Cape Town saying? And I wonder what the City Council is saying. Any word from them?
City Council hasn't said anything at this moment yet, but as you heard, it is a provincial matter. So the City Council has more to do with street names and so on, but on a provincial level, that is where this decision is going to have to be made. We spoke a bit earlier to a previous resident of the District 6 area. For him, it was a very, very tender issue. He was very passionate about it. He really feels that that oppression of the apartheid era needs to be wiped away, and it's not necessarily an issue about race at all, Jeremy. If we remember, District 6 was a place for white people, colored people, black people, immigrants, all to come together. It's not an issue about race. It's an issue about identity for them.
All right, Stefan Goosen, thank you. In Cape Town.